Continuing our study of parabolas at the origin, in this video we will learn how to write a standard form equation given the focus and how to write a standard form equation given the directrix. Keep in mind that in both cases we are also being given the vertex because the vertex, of course, here is 0, 0. Alright, for the first four problems, the directions say write the standard form of the equation of the parabola with the given focus, and of course the vertex is 0, 0. So these are all foci. So number 9. This should be your thought process. Maybe do a little sketch. Okay, if the focus is at -2, 0, alright, so that's -2, 0 would be right here. So here's the focus, which means the parabola is facing in this direction. Alright, so that tells us two things. Since the parabola is facing to the left, that means it's one of those sideways parabolas, which means that the model is going to be one of these. It'll be one of the ones that, it'll be one of the models that has y squared. So it'll be y squared equals 4p times x is the form of it. But we also know what p is. Alright, because of the -2, then that's p. So p is -2. So that makes this equation become, alright, y squared equals 4 times -2 is -8. So y squared equals -8x. So kabam, that's the equation. Looking at number 10, again, quick sketch. 0, -1. So 0, -1 would be right here. Alright, so there's my focus. That means the parabola is facing downward. Okay, so that means it's a normal up and down parabola. So the model is going to be one of these. X squared is equal to 4py. Now I know that p is -1, alright, because look, it's right here. So that means 4 times -1 is simply -4. So the equation that we want will be x squared is equal to -4y. Alright, looking at number 11, quick sketch. 1/2, 0. Alright, say if this is 1 over there, then 1/2, 0 is going to be right here in the middle. So that's my focus. That means my parabola is going to be wrapped around it, facing in this direction. Alright, that means it's one of these strange sideways parabolas with the wrong variable squared, I like to say. The y value is squared. So that means the model is y squared equals 4p times x. But this 1/2 tells us the p value, though. P is the 1/2 that you see. So if I plug that back in right here, 4 times 1/2. Well, half of 4 is 2. That means the answer, the equation, is going to be y squared is equal to 2x. So that would be your answer to number 11. Alright, and number 12, let's make another quick sketch. 0, 3 is the focus. So 1, 2, 3. So this will be the focus, which means that the parabola is facing in this direction. Alright, it's up. So that makes it a normal parabola like y equals x squared or x squared equals 4py. So that's the model that we're using. But see the 3 right here? That's our p value. So we know that p is 3. So plugging that in, 4 times 3 is 12. So that means the answer is going to be x squared is equal to 12y. Okay, so that's how you come up with an equation if you're given the focus. Now, coming up with an equation when you're given the directrix is just as easy. Okay, so this is the directrix. Alright, so looking at number 13, still it's all about a quick sketch, just like before. So the directrix is -1, so here's -1. I know that x equals is a vertical line. Y equals, on the other hand, would be a horizontal line. So I'm looking for a vertical line at -1 like this. Alright, so that's my directrix. If that's my directrix, and of course here's my vertex, my focus is going to be an equal distance on the other side. So this is -1, this will be +1. That's where my focus will be. So here's my focus, which means my parabola will be wrapped around in this direction. Alright, it's going to the right. But this right here is our p value. So p is 1. Now, because it's a sideways parabola, that tells me that the model is going to be one of those strange ones with the y squared. So it's like y squared equals 4p times x. But now that I know that the p is 1, I plug that in, and basically the p goes away. So the equation is going to be y squared is equal to 4x, because 4 times 1 is just 4. So that's the equation for number 13. Alright, number 14, quick sketch. Y equals -3. That's going to be a horizontal line at -3. So 1, 2, 3. So this is my directrix. Alright, which means my focus should be the same distance in the opposite direction. So 1, 2, 3. So my focus is going to be right here. My parabola will wrap itself around that focus. So here's my vertex, and my parabola should be wrapped around in this direction. Okay, notice that the p value is right here. Okay, so p is equal to 3, 1, 2, 3. Because this is a normal right side up parabola, it's going to have the usual form of y equals x squared, or x squared equals y. Of course, in front here is 4p, and but this time we know what p is, so that makes this 4 times 3, or 12. So the equation for number 14 should be x squared is equal to 12y. And number 15, quick sketch. X equals 1/4. Alright, so that's a vertical line at 1/4. X equals is always a vertical line. Well, here is going to be 1, and so I'll put -1 over here. So the directrix, x equals 1/4, would be like here somewhere. Alright, there's my directrix. And my focus then will be on the other side, like right here. Alright, so this is 1/4, remember. So my vertex is going to be here, of course, and my parabola should be wrapped around that. So I see it's facing to the left. So that tells me, because it's sideways, it's going to be one of those strange equations that has the y squared. So it'll be y squared equals 4p times x whenever it's sideways. But because the focus is at -1/4, alright, this tells me that p is equal to -1/4. So I'm going to plug that in right there. So if I do, I've got y squared is equal to 4 times negative 1/4. Alright, multiplying by 1/4, alright, that's not very good, 1/4. Let me try that one more time. It's a little bit better. Multiplying by 1/4 is the same thing as dividing by 4. So I'm hoping you can see that this is y squared is equal to negative 1x. But we would not show the 1. So we would just say y squared is equal to negative x. Okay, now if you had any trouble understanding that, then use your calculator and just do 4 times negative 1/4, and you'll see that it's negative 1. Alright, I think we just have one more problem to do. There's nothing else down here, okay? So last one. One more quick sketch. Y equals 1/2. Y equals is a horizontal line. So we'll put let this be 1 and let this be negative 1. So if the focus if the directrix is at 1/2, that's going to put it right here. That means the focus will be down here at negative 1/2. Okay, so this is like 0, negative 1/2. And of course the vertex is right here, and the parabola is going to be wrapped around that vertex. So it's facing down. So this is a regular up-down parabola, which means that the model will have the usual x squared is equal to 4p times y. But the focus being at negative 1/2 tells us that p equals negative 1/2. So if I take that and plug it in, alright, so what's happening is we have x squared is equal to 4 times negative 1/2 times y. 4 times negative 1/2, well, multiplying by half is the same thing as dividing by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So with the negative, this will be negative 2. Alright, so this is going to be x squared is equal to negative 2y. And that's going to be it. Alright, here endeth the lesson. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you on the next video.